So hello everyone, welcome back to the Codersarts. So this is the final video of the student registry application. In this video we are going to write the code for the main activity, and we are going to execute the register activity and the main activity as well. And we are going to see how our application works in our real Android device. So let's get started. So before we started, we have to go on through some changes that I have made. You can see here we have uses some changes, like if the current ID is double equal to 0 or any other thing like we are going to use. And then we have to do the visibility handle. We are using the let scope operator for handling it, so you have to go through it once if you are continuous coding with us. So I also updated something, like we are going to pass the student ID here in our adapter class, so you can also go through once if you are continuous coding with us. So finally I'm going to write the code of main activity. Let's see how it's working. So in the main activity, we nothing have to do. We have the ViewModel class as we have already created, and in instantiated as well. So we have to write the code for the adapter. So let's write the code for the adapter. Well, adapter, and we have to write the student list adapter. In this list adapter, we have to pass the we have to get the student ID. So we have to write one more variable, student ID name, and we have to going to use some lambda function for it. And okay, and we have, when we are getting some lambda function, then we have to use the curly brace, not a constructor here. So in this curly brace we have to get the student ID, and by using the student ID we have to pass to the another screen. So we have to create intent here, which is the val intent. Okay, is this intent equal to, we have to use an object of the intent as well, and we have to pass the basically in constructor we have to pass the this. Okay, and we have to rewrite this intent. Okay, and after passing the this in the presence of context, and we have to pass the current activity, which is the second activity, like where we have to go, and which is the class.java. And here we have something like we have to use the put extra method as well. Okay, and in this extra method we are basically getting the put extra method. So how we can do, we can do by using the intent we have created dot put extra, and this we have to pass the student ID underscore ID, and just pass the getting student ID here. Okay, so these are the things, and we have to finally start our activity. Okay, and we have to pass the intent. Okay, so then we have to use our adapter to instantiating our recycler view. So we are going to use the binding dot recycler view and dot adapter, and we have to just pass the adapter here. Okay, which is we have created, and in this we have to write some more code for the layout manager. So we are going to use the binding dot recycler view dot set layout manager, which is the linear layout manager. In this linear layout manager we have to pass the context as well, which is this. Okay, so we are good to go, and we also have to observe the changes. So let's write the code for the observation purpose, so that we can see our data is properly rendering or not. So all student dot observe, so we have to observe it, and we have to pass this for it, and then we have to create a lambda function, which is the students. Okay, and by using this students we can just use this students. We have to use the ls operator, use the let function as well. In this let we have to initialize our adapter. In this adapter we have to submit our list, so we have to pass the it here. Okay, so we are done with our code, and finally we are able to execute it as well. So let's run our program in the system. Before I run our program, I wanted to show you some more changes that I have made in the build.gradle file. Okay, so I also upgraded the version of the Kotlin, as we say the error warning which we are getting while building the project. So I increased it to the 2.0.20, and I'm using the KSP version as of now. So if you are going to use this version, so be careful and choose the latest version only for executing our KSP and the all the database thing. So let's execute it and see everything is running fine or not. So we have our Google Pixel 7a. So then let's see it is happening or not. Mirroring is started. So okay, so let's okay, so here is our application, and so let's kill it first, and we can create a new one, and let's click on play button. Here you can see our UI. So here is our register student button, and here is our whole screen UI. So let's click on register student, and we have added the name, first name AVHAY, and the last name will be the Tiwari, and the roll number is 1007, and our school name is as Codersarts. Codersarts. Okay, so let's click on save button. You can see we are getting our roll number and the name as we are expected. So let's register one more, which is Rahul, and this is the Tiwari, and the roll number is 1008, and the school name is Codersarts. Okay, so let's click on save. So we have a Rahul Tiwari and the Abhay Tiwari, two student registered successfully, and once we click on this we are getting the data, and you can also delete it. So once we delete it, we have the Rahul Tiwari only, and let's register one more, which is known as the Abhay Tiwari. Okay, and the roll number will be the 1007, and the school name is the Coders ARTS. Okay, so let's save it. So here you can see one more data is found. Here's the Rahul Tiwari. We can delete it as well if we want, and if we wanted to change or do something, so we can also do it here. So let's start with the debugging process of the how our data is going to be look like. Okay, so how we can see in the system like how our database is going to look like. So just click on this app inspection. Okay, this is the button that we have to use, and once we have to select our database here. Okay, you can see the database. Okay, so we have to just click on student here, and just let's close the magnifier. So you can see here is the student, and we have click on the app inspection. So we have the two data here. Okay, Abhay and Rahul. Okay, 1007, 1008 roll number. So let's add a live data, and we can see the changes is happening in our local database or not. So just click on register activity, and we can add any name, any of the suggestion you have. So let's say Rishabh, and last name will be the Tiwari, and the roll number will be the 1009, and school name will be the Coders ARTS. So whenever I click on the screen here on the save button, so here you can see one more data is lively added here. Okay, so just click on the save button. Okay, so here you can see that you have the some IDs also added here automatically, so which is the reserve as well. And let's delete this reserve one and see this one is be deleted from our database or not. So just click on delete. So here you can see the reserve will be deleted here. Okay, so these are the basic implementation of the live data. You can also change it as well if the result is the only read only, as you can see. And we can also operate it by using this database. Okay, so we have a table name which is called as the student, and it is the master table. As you can see, it will be created when we create our database. Okay, so we have the student database here, and we have the student database. So let me zoom in first so that you can see here. Okay, so here you can see this is the student database, and this is the room master table, and this is our student table that we have created. So what is the column ID that we have created? It is all known as the ID, first name, last name, and the roll number and the school name. So, and we also use this for creating this. Okay, so this is the basic implementation CRUD operation by using the room database, how we can using the room database. So let's go to the one overview so that we can understand what is our coding standard that we have followed. So let's minimize it, and let's recall the other things as well. Okay, so let's expand this. Okay, so we have a lot of things here. Okay, so let's go one by one and recall everything. So here you have the manifest file, and you have the Kotlin and Java code, and you have the database, and you have the UI. Okay, so in this UI section we have written the code which we are going to learn about the UI section, and this is the student class data class that we are going to use by using this annotations. And we have created the student.dao, and then we have created the student database. And then after we are going to write the code for the main activity UI part, as you can see the UI part. And then after we have written the code for the register student activity, and we also created the adapter. So if you haven't gone through those videos, so it is very important to go through there. And we have the student repository we have also created for using the MVVM architecture pattern. So these are the basic thing that we have implemented in this project video series. So if you have any idea, and if you have any other project, so you wanted to implement it, you wanted to need any help, so we can always ready to hear help with you. And you can also drop a mail to the contact@codersarts.com. So let's see and another project video series. Thank you so much.